Seal 1 gets compared to Frog Lube a lot. Well, they're different, very different. With Frog Lube, you really need degreaser solvent, lubricant, protectant. How many different types of Frog Lube do you need? Well, it's just too much, and way more work than it needs to be. So with Seal 1, it's one and done. Wipe it on, wipe it off, and you're done. Buy some Seal1 at .com, Seal1 at .com, or Seal1.com.
Seal 1 is absolutely wonderful. If you're not using it, check it out. If your store doesn't sell it, ask them why, because it's a great product, and Seal 1 does a fantastic job of supporting Gun Owners Radio and supporting all kinds of cool Second Amendment stuff here in San Diego. And they don't have to do that. They could just take their money and do their thing and sell a great product. But it's important to them to volunteer their time and spend their dime on supporting your Second Amendment rights and avenues for you to get more involved in the community. So thank you so much, Seal 1. They are the sponsor of our most popular segment, Stump My Nephew. Stump My Nephew, we found out years ago, my nephew, Sam, is particularly good at gun trivia. So if you send in a question and we use it on the air, we'll give you a hat or a shirt. If you stump my nephew, then we'll give you some kind of cool special prize. So make sure you research your answer thoroughly and spell your question out, clearly. That's my only ask. And that's not a reference to the question. I haven't even looked at the question yet here today. That, by the way, Sam doesn't know the question until we ask it live on the air. And so it's not like he gets to prepare. It's right off the cuff. So that's part of the struggle. Hey, man, how you doing, Sam?
I'm well. How are you guys?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good.
Yeah. So, all right. Should I ask you? Can I ask you a question? You want to ask?
Go for it.
All right. I'm going to ask you a question. So Daniel from Marietta asks, question, what firearm was nicknamed the Potato Digger?
And who was that who wrote in?
Daniel from Marietta.
Daniel from Marietta. Is there a Marietta, California, or is that Marietta, Georgia?
Yeah, well, I think there's both, but it's Marietta, California, which is actually in Riverside County, and it's where your sister lives.
Oh, okay.
It's actually where your sister spends all of her time living.
Okay. I had not heard it referred to as Marietta, but yeah. I'll take that.
I think. Did she live in Marietta? Anyway, go ahead.
No.
Where does she live? I thought she lived in Marietta.
Temecula.
I was just there. Oh, Temecula. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not too far.
I don't know the difference. They could be the same place for all I know.
Close.
I'm not a local.
They're close. They're super close. My bad.
Okay. Well, Daniel from Marietta.
Once again,
or Daniel from
right.
Temecula, whichever you prefer. Thanks very much for writing in. Which firearm was nicknamed the Potato Digger? This refers to a creation of the only John Moses Browning. The Colt Browning M1895 was a very early, one of the first practical military machine guns. It was considered at the time to be a heavy machine gun, but chambered in what we think of as a rifle cartridge, not exactly a heavy machine gun cartridge. In U.S. military service, they chambered 30-06. But it was a heavyweight mounted machine gun that would be fired from a tripod by a shooter in a sitting position, and it had a water jacket around the barrel for cooling. So why was it called the Potato Digger?
Yeah.
The mechanism and mechanical design of the M1895 were such that as the firearm cycled, a lever would come down and launch itself with great momentum toward the ground. And depending on where the machine gun was located, if it was on some uneven terrain with exposed dirt, then it would spray up some soil as it was firing, as it sort of dug into the ground there. Hence the name Potato Digger. Not to be confused with the potato masher, which was a British colloquialism for German stick grenades.
It does look like a potato masher. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm going to be honest with you, I think I always thought Potato Digger, it was like, I think I kind of thought that, I never really thought it through, but I think I was thinking that like John Browning was Irish, and it was some kind of dig at some kind of nickname for the Irish?
No, though he was the son of Mormon farmers in Utah. But the Colt Browning M1895 was a gas-operated machine gun.
Yeah.
So it was mechanically a little bit different from Maxims and so forth, which I believe were recoil-operated.
But that's why it's called the potato digger, because of the action you were saying. And by the way, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Correct!
The Colt Browning M1895 is an air-cooled, belt-fed.
Oh, I got that. I flubbed that part. It's air-cooled.
He said water.
That's
it.
You're fired. You're out. It's an air-cooled, belt-fed, gas-operated machine gun based on an 1889 design by John Browning and his brother, Matthew S. Browning. It was the first successful gas-operated machine gun to enter service. Its action involved a long, swinging arm attached to the gas piston that cycled with each shot. This arm would dip down below the gun during the cycling process, and if the gun was mounted too close to the ground, the arm would literally dig into the dirt like it was harvesting potatoes. There you go, man. You're absolutely right. You nailed it. I don't know why you know that, but you know it.
What he's referring to in the answer, and when I say it's a gas-operated machine gun, a lot of listeners might think of a modern gas piston design where the operating rod moves directly to the rear as it is pushed by gas pressure. The potato digger did not work that way. It was the impetus for, or the inspiration rather, for its design was that John Browning looked at lever-action rifles, with which he was very proficient at designing. He invented a couple of pretty successful ones. And he went, why can't I just use a portion of the energy from the fired cartridge to cycle the lever action? So it mechanically takes a lot of inspiration from lever-action rifles, which is really kind of an odd thing if you think about it. A lot of later gas-operated firearms took more design cues from bolt-action rifles.
Awesome. Good info. That's awesome. Hey, one of the things that you just produced was a 3-part series on optics, which is extremely... What's that?
4-part now.
My apologies. 4-part series on optics, which is extremely useful and very well written. I invite everybody to go to our blog page and check it out. But we're also looking for feedback. We want to know, what do you want to hear about? Write in and say, hey, I'd like to know more about XYZ, history, function, accessories, firearms, whatever it is. We're looking for ideas. Sam's extremely good, but we need some ideas. Sam, you've been writing for us for a few years now, and so we're looking for some new ideas. We want to know what you want to know about, and Sam will do the research and the work. So, yeah, cool. I don't know what that is. I think your burrito's done, Dave.
Is it?
Yeah, take that out of the microwave. All right, well, cool. Sam, thank you so much. By the way, Sam, Alicia's wearing a shirt that has, it's like the Fruit Loop logo, and rather than Kellogg, it says Relentless, and rather than Fruit Loop, it says OODA Loop.
That's pretty good.
I know. I kind of liked it. I thought you'd like it. I seriously, she walked in, I saw it, and I was like, dude, Sam would love that shirt. It's kind of funny. What is an OODA? Do you remember what it stands for?
Observe, Orient, Decide, Act.
That's it.
That's exactly what it is.
There you go.
So if you don't know what OODA Loop is, check it out. OODA. Do a little Google search.
That can be a new blog.
There you go. Maybe you should write about OODA Loops. What exactly is it? Where did it start? Why is it useful? How do you use it? Maybe that should be a blog.
That'd be a whole series too.
Yeah. There you go. There's one idea. Idea number 1. Thank you, Alicia, for that.
You're welcome.
So, all right, Sam. Anything else you want to promote or talk about?
No, that's it. Just I'm part of the Introduction to Optics series, but if there's any questions anyone out there wanted to know about firearm optics but was too afraid to ask now or forever hold your peace, so that I can cover that stuff once and for all and clear up any misconceptions there may be.
Awesome. Okay. Excellent job. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks for having me on. Good night.
Okay, big thank you to Tude Wynn, who's a friend of the show, wonderful guy. You've actually you've heard him on here before. He's really, really great. He is from 2C. Thank you for donating the grand prize. The prize is a Smith & Wesson Shield plus 2C Custom Elite. The slide, right? That's the slide.
Correct.
Is the 2C Custom Elite is on the slide of the.
And for those who
Smith &
don't
Wesson
know,
Shield.
2C is your local San Diego guy to do all your custom milling. If you don't want to have to send your slide out, 2C is here local, does it fast, and you get it right back.
Yep, and it's spelled TWO.SEE, 2C.
Yep.
Features the Shield Plus is one of the new pistols on the California roster that has an improved grip and trigger over the old Shield. 2C customized it further with a ported barrel, a custom slide cut, an optic slide cut, and a Holosun optic. So the winner is Gary Phelps. Congratulations, Gary.
Pretty exciting.
It is exciting. Too, thank you so much, man. Thank you for being such a great supporter. Absolutely love what you do, and thank you so much for being so supportive. So I actually think Two's got a super interesting story. I think I want to do an extended interview with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Pretty good.
He's got a very unique background that gives him a very unique perspective of the Second Amendment and America.
Get him on.
There you go. So,
Thanks for watching this clip from Gun Owners Radio. If you're watching mainstream media, you're not getting the truth about guns. Gun Owners Radio is the easiest way to stay on top of the Second Amendment fight, the fight for your self-defense rights. You can watch our live stream on YouTube every Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. California time, or if you're in San Diego, AM 1170, FM 96.1, The Answer. We're also available on your favorite podcast platform. Just search Gun Owners Radio and you'll find our show. Like and subscribe to help defend and restore the Second Amendment, not just in California, but across the country.